It started with one tweet and ended in a political earthquake. Elon Musk, the richest man on Earth, made a move no one expected. He didn't just build rockets. Now, he wants to build a party. Trump didn't like it, not one bit. He called the idea stupid. But was it? Or was this the start of something bigger, a silent revolution? This is the story of two giants, one nation, and the war for its future. Chapter 1. Trump explodes. It's stupid. Trump reacts fast and hard to Musk's surprise announcement. He calls the idea of a third party a gift to the Democrats. The political storm begins. It began with a tweet, just one tweet, and suddenly America was on fire. It was July 4th, Independence Day. While Americans watched fireworks, Elon Musk was planning a different kind of explosion. He didn't say, "Happy 4th of July." He asked one simple question. Do you want freedom from the two-party system? Within hours, over 1.2 million people voted. 65% said yes. The next day, Musk tweeted again. This time, he didn't ask. He declared, "I'm launching the American Party. It's time for change." That was it. A third political party. A new player on the battlefield. Trump saw it. Trump read it. And Trump exploded. He jumped to his platform. Truth Social. His fingers typed fast. His message was loud. Elon's third-party idea. It's stupid. It helps the Democrats. Total disaster. Just 3 lines. But they hit like thunder. TV stations broke the news. Trump attacks Musk. New political war begins. Social media went wild. Supporters argued. Enemies cheered. Reporters asked, what happened to the Trump-Musk friendship? They were friends once. Yes, it's true. Trump had called Musk a genius. He liked Tesla. He respected SpaceX. They were allies. But that changed fast. Weeks before, Trump's team had created a massive tax law, a law that made 2017's tax cuts permanent. But it would also add $3.8 trillion to the national debt. Elon Musk didn't stay quiet. He attacked the law on his platform, X. He said, "This is madness, waste, irresponsible spending." He sounded angry, very angry. Trump saw the posts, and he hit back. He wrote, "Maybe we should look into Musk's government contracts." That wasn't just a tweet. It was a threat, because Musk's companies, like SpaceX and Tesla, had made billions from U.S. contracts. At that moment, Musk understood something big. The government, his biggest customer, could become his biggest enemy. So what did he do? He went silent. For a few days, nothing. And then, he asked that powerful question, do you want freedom from the two-party system? And when the people said yes, he launched the American Party. Trump couldn't believe it. He felt betrayed. "This helps the Democrats," he shouted. "This is sabotage. This is stupid." But Musk didn't reply. No tweet, no fight, just silence. Was that silence fear or confidence? America was now watching. Two giants, one old lion of politics, one king of technology. Trump had the voters, but Musk had the future. And he had something more. Money, media, millions of followers. So, who would win? The man with the red hat or the man with the electric car? One thing was clear. The political war had begun, and the battlefield was the United States of America. Chapter 2. Musk's Silent Revenge. Why did Elon Musk launch a political party? The real reason was not ambition. It was survival. He didn't shout. He didn't scream. He stayed silent. But inside Elon Musk, a fire was growing. Trump had attacked him, publicly, rudely. And with one post, he sent a message. We may cancel Musk's government contracts. That message was not politics. It was war. Let's go back a little. Musk had been warning America for weeks, warning about debt, warning about government waste. He said, "You are spending like there's no tomorrow." He wasn't wrong. The new tax law, pushed by Trump and the Republicans, was huge. It made tax cuts permanent, but it added $3.8 trillion to the national debt. Musk hated it. He tweeted, posted, warned. But nobody in Washington listened. So he thought, if they won't listen, I'll make them. Still, he didn't plan to create a party, not at first. But when Trump threatened his contracts, everything changed. Because Musk's empire depends on those deals. SpaceX launches NASA rockets. Tesla sells cars with green subsidies. Starlink serves remote areas, often with public support. According to the Washington Post, Musk's companies received at least $38 billion from the U.S. government over the years. That's not small money. That's national power. Musk realized something terrifying. The government, the same system that paid him, could also destroy him. With one decision, one review, one canceled contract. He felt it, not just as a businessman, but as a human. They're using power to control me. So he made a decision. Not out of ego, not out of pride, but to survive. He would build a political shield. He would start a party. Not to win the White House. He can't. He was born in South Africa. But he could do something else. Something smarter. Create a third force, a pressure tool, a digital army, and he had the weapons. Money? Over $250 billion in personal wealth. That's more than the GDP of Portugal or New Zealand. Followers? Over 220 million people on X. That's more than CNN, Fox, and the BBC. combined. Technology? He controls rockets, internet satellites, AI systems, and electric power. This was not just a businessman. This was a modern empire. So when he launched his party, it was not for fun, not a hobby, not a joke. It was a move of self-defense, a warning to Washington. I'm not afraid of you anymore. A message to Trump. You wanted war. Now you've got it. And a promise to his followers. We're not just building cars. We're building the future. Now, Trump had a new problem. Musk wasn't attacking him with words. He was building something bigger, stronger, smarter. And the silence? That was the loudest message of all. Chapter 3. War of Platforms. Truth versus X. Trump speaks through Truth Social. Musk controls X. The real battlefield is not Congress. It's your screen. It's not just a political fight. It's a media war, and the weapons are words. Trump has Truth Social. Musk has X, the old Twitter. Both men speak directly to the people. No filters, no news anchors, just their fingers, and a send button. Trump writes like a fighter. Sharp, fast, angry. He uses big words, strong words. Elon is helping the enemy. This is a trick. Don't be fooled. Every post, like a bullet. He knows his audience. They trust him, and every time he posts, thousands of voices echo his words. But Elon Musk, he plays a different game. He owns the battlefield. X is not just a platform. It's his megaphone, his tool, his territory. And Musk? He's not just a speaker. He's the moderator. He decides what trends, what goes viral, what stays, and what disappears. That's scary power, because when Musk speaks, he reaches millions instantly. One tweet from Elon? Boom. 100 million views in one day. Compare that to TV. Fox News? 2 million. CNN? Less than 1 million. Musk doesn't need cameras. He doesn't need newspapers. He is the news. So now Trump is trapped. He talks on Truth Social, but not many are listening. Only a small group. Mostly his fans. But Musk? His message flies across the world. Shared, liked, retweeted. From teenagers in Texas to engineers in Tokyo. Even people who hate him read him. Trump knows this. He sees it, and it makes him mad. He owns the internet, Trump says. This is not fair. But Musk stays calm. He doesn't insult. He doesn't shout. He posts memes, jokes, one-liners. He's not a politician. He's an entertainer, a machine. And the people? They love it. So, who is winning? It depends. Trump controls anger. Musk controls attention. Trump speaks to his base. Musk speaks to everyone. But the war is not over. In fact, it's only just begun. Because now, both men want to shape the story, control the conversation, own the future. And in 2026, that future will be tested. On every screen, in every home, one post at a time. Chapter 4. The Billionaire's Army, Followers, Fans, and Faith. He's not just a businessman to millions. Elon Musk is a symbol of freedom, of progress, of something bigger than politics. You can't fight alone. Even if you're Elon Musk, even if you're a billionaire. But Musk is not alone. He has an army. Not with guns, not with tanks, but with phones and faith. They follow him everywhere. On X, on YouTube, on every platform. Over 220 million people follow Elon Musk on X. That's more than the population of most countries. That's more than Trump, more than Biden. But they're not just followers. They're believers. They believe in electric cars, in space rockets, in Mars, in free speech, in Elon. To some, he's just a smart CEO. To others, he's a tech prophet. And that belief, it's powerful. They invest in his companies. They defend him online. They share his message. They fight his battles. When someone attacks Musk, thousands reply. Thousands argue back. Loud, strong, united. That's not just fan support. That's a movement. Sociologists call it tech loyalty, but others call it something bigger, a digital cult, a new kind of power. Because these people, they don't just like what Musk makes, they like what he means. He's not a politician. He's honest. He gets things done. That's what they say. And in a world full of broken promises, Musk gives them hope. He also gives them results. He promised reusable rockets. He built SpaceX. He promised a clean energy future. He built Tesla. He said, "Let's put humans on Mars." And people believed him. That's why, when he launched his political party, thousands cheered. Not because of politics, but because they trust him. This trust is Musk's greatest weapon. Because politicians promise, Musk delivers. Politicians speak. Musk builds. And now, he's telling his army, "Help me change the system." And they are ready to vote, to post, to share, to fight. Trump has his supporters too. Loyal, strong, vocal. But Musk's army? They are younger, faster, more global, more digital. They don't wait for newspapers. They don't watch cable TV. They live online. And online, Musk is king. So now, the battle lines are clear. It's not just Musk versus Trump. It's not just party versus party. It's a war between two visions, two generations, two futures. And Musk? He's not just building a party. He's building a movement. Chapter 5. Trump's counterattack. Contracts, threats, and control. Trump moves fast. He wants to hit Musk where it hurts. His empire. Trump was angry. Very angry. Musk had crossed the line. He didn't just post a tweet. He started a political party. That was too much. Too dangerous. Trump had to respond, and he knew exactly where to hit. Not with words, not with memes, with money. He went on Truth Social and said something simple, but powerful. Maybe we should review Elon's government contracts. Boom. Just one line. But it shook the business world. What did he mean? Cancel the contracts? Stop the deals? Punish the empire? Nobody knew, but everyone listened. Elon Musk stayed silent. But behind the scenes, his companies were watching, because this was serious. SpaceX, Musk's rocket company, gets billions from NASA and the Pentagon. It now controls 90% of all U.S. space launches. No SpaceX? No American astronauts in space. Tesla also gets benefits. Government subsidies, green energy programs, EV tax credits. Even Starlink, Musk's satellite internet, was used in Ukraine, supported by U.S. money. Trump knew this, and now he was using it as a weapon. You want to fight me? Fine. But your money depends on us. It was a risky move, because Trump wasn't president yet, but he was powerful, very powerful. He still controlled half the Republican Party. He had deep connections. He had loyal allies in Congress, and they listened. Some Republican lawmakers started asking questions. Should we be giving so much to Elon Musk? Is he using public money to fight us? It became political. It became personal. But Musk? He didn't panic. He smiled, posted a meme, said nothing more. Why? Because he had something Trump didn't. Public support. People knew Musk as the guy who builds, not the guy who talks. They saw SpaceX rockets. They drove Tesla cars. They used Starlink for internet. To attack Musk was to attack progress. Even some Trump fans were confused. Wait, why is he going after Musk? Aren't they on the same side? It didn't look good. It didn't feel right. Trump was trying to show power, but it looked like fear. Fear of change, fear of competition, fear of a man he couldn't control. And that's the truth. Trump can't control Elon Musk. Nobody can. He doesn't need party money. He doesn't need Washington favors. He has his own army, his own media, his own voice. So now, Trump's threat is out there. Will it work? Will the government punish Musk? Or will it backfire and make Musk stronger than ever? One thing is sure. This war is no longer just about politics. It's about power. And neither man wants to lose. Chapter 6. America reacts. The people choose sides. The battle is public now. The people are watching. And for the first time, they're listening to Elon Musk. The news spread fast. TV, social media, podcasts. Everyone was talking. Trump versus Musk. Third party? Is it real? Can Elon change politics? And the most important voice? Not Trump, not Musk, but the people. Across the country, Americans were reacting. At coffee shops, at barber shops, at college dorms, at dinner tables. Some laughed, some cheered, some were confused. A third party? Really? No one had done it before. Others tried. All failed. But this time, it felt different. He's not a politician. He actually builds things. Maybe it's time for something new. That's what young people were saying, especially first-time voters, especially online. They saw Musk as bold, smart, modern. But not everyone agreed. Older voters were more careful, more suspicious. Musk is a businessman, not a leader. Politics is not just ideas, it's law, power, strategy. He's playing a dangerous game. Some were afraid. What if Musk splits the vote? What if this helps the wrong party? What if it all goes wrong? Polls started coming in. First, they were small. Then, they became shocking. One poll showed 24% of voters would consider voting for Musk's party. Not as a joke, but seriously, that was big. Bigger than any third party had seen in decades. The media was stunned. CNN said, "Is Musk the voice of a new generation?" Fox News asked, "Is this the end of the two-party system?" Even international media started watching. Meanwhile, Trump was still shouting. He's helping the Democrats. He's doing this for himself. But many Americans weren't listening to Trump anymore. They were listening to each other, friends, family, co-workers. People were asking, what if this actually works? What if Musk is the one to break the system? And Musk? He didn't say much, just a few words on X. We don't need a new king. We need a system that serves the people. The post went viral. 10 million views. 20 million. 50 million. It was spreading like fire. Now, America was waking up. This was no longer a tech story, no longer a joke, no longer about cars or rockets. This was political, and for the first time in a long time, voters felt interested again, curious, even hopeful. But the road ahead was still long, still hard. Musk had their attention, but could he earn their trust? Could he turn energy into votes? That was the real question, and the answer was coming soon. Chapter 7. The Ghosts of Third Parties. Musk isn't the first to try. Others came before him and lost. Why did they fail? And will Musk be different? America has two strong doors. One says Republican, the other says Democrat. For over 150 years, no one could open a third. Many tried. All failed. Now, Elon Musk is trying. But can he do what others could not? Let's look at history. 1912. Theodore Roosevelt. He was not just anyone. He was a former president, strong, smart, loved by the people. He had power. He had followers. And he had a dream. He created the Progressive Party. People called it the Bull Moose Party. He wanted change, real change. And guess what? He got more votes than the Republican candidate. But still, he lost. Why? Because the vote was split, and the Democrat, Woodrow Wilson, won easily. Roosevelt tried to break the system, but the system broke him. 1992, Ross Perot, a billionaire, a businessman. Sound familiar? Ross Perot came from Texas. He was not part of Washington. He was different. He spoke about debt, jobs, and corruption, just like Musk does now. People loved him. He made it to the national debates. He even led in the polls. But then, he quit. Yes, for a short time, he left the race, and that broke trust. He came back, but it was too late. Bill Clinton won. Perot lost. A strong man, a big voice. Gone. So now, it's Musk's turn. He's richer than Perot, more famous than Roosevelt. He has X, he has fans, he has tech. But the question is, will the system let him in, or will it destroy him too? America's system is strong, built to protect the two big parties. Ballot rules, state laws, debate access, campaign funding. It's like a castle. And Musk is trying to enter without a key. Can he do it? Some experts say no. Musk is smart, but the system is smarter. It will crush him. He'll end up like Perot. But others say this time is different. Musk has a global voice. He understands technology, money, media, all at once. They believe this is not 1912. This is not 1992. This is 2025. A new world. A new fight. And maybe a new ending. So the ghosts are watching. Roosevelt. Perot. They tried. They failed. Will Musk join them, or will he become something new? A breaker of systems, a builder of history. The next chapters will decide. Chapter 8. Behind the Curtain. Musk's real plan. He doesn't want the throne. He wants the strings, and just a few seats in Congress, might be all he needs. Some people dream of the White House, the big chair, the red carpet, the power. But Elon Musk? He doesn't need that. He doesn't want to be president. He can't be president. He was born in South Africa, and U.S. law is clear. Only natural-born citizens can lead the country. So, why build a party? Why start a political war? Because Musk is playing a different game. Not a loud one, not a flashy one, a smart one. Here's the plan. He doesn't need to win everything. He just needs a few pieces of the board. 1 Senate seat, maybe 2, 5 to 10 seats in the House of Representatives. That's it. That's all. But why, you may ask? Because the U.S. Congress is divided, almost 50-50. One vote can decide everything. One vote can stop a law, or pass a bill, or change the country. So imagine this: a new party. Musk's party. Small, but strong. Not controlling Congress, but sitting right in the middle. And when the Republicans and Democrats fight, Musk's team becomes the decider. That's the goal. Not full control, just leverage. Enough to say, if you want our vote, listen to us. Support smart spending. End political games. Invest in the future. Suddenly, Musk's party becomes the kingmaker. Not the king, but the one who makes the king. It's a clever plan. Quiet. Calculated. It doesn't need billions in ads, just smart strategy. And Musk is a master of strategy. He studies systems. He breaks them. Then he rebuilds them. From rockets to cars. And now to Congress. He even said it himself. When a follower asked him, "How will your party win?" Musk replied, "We don't need to win everything, just enough to shift the balance." A short answer, but full of power. This is not about ego. It's about influence. Musk knows the future isn't decided in big speeches. It's decided in quiet rooms, small meetings, late-night votes. If he can control those moments, he can shape America's direction without being president, without holding a title, without asking for permission. So yes, Musk has a plan. It's bold, it's risky, but it's not impossible. And if it works, he could become the most powerful unelected man in American politics. Chapter 9. A Country on the Edge. 3 Paths, 1 Future. Trump shouts. Musk builds. Biden waits. And America must choose. The year is 2026. The air is heavy. Tension fills the streets. TVs glow with debates. Phones buzz with polls. Every conversation starts the same way. So, who will you vote for? 3 names are everywhere. Donald Trump. Loud. Confident. Still fighting. He wants revenge. He wants the White House back. Joe Biden. Calm. Experienced. Quiet. He wants 1 more term. He says, "Let me finish the job." Elon Musk. New, strange, electric. He doesn't want to be president. He wants to shape the game. 3 different paths. 3 futures. Trump is shouting louder than ever. Don't trust Musk. He's a fake. Vote for me or America is lost. He travels to swing states, shakes hands, takes pictures. His fans still cheer. USA, USA. But something feels different now. The crowds are smaller. The words, familiar. Biden is steady. He doesn't tweet. He doesn't fight online. He focuses on results, jobs, inflation, healthcare. But many young voters say, he's too old. He's too slow. It's time for something new. And then there's Musk. He doesn't stand on stage. He doesn't wear a flag pin. He doesn't act like a politician. But his voice is everywhere. On X, in podcasts, in memes, in people's minds. His party is small, but powerful. It's on the ballot in 30 states and growing. And in key races for Congress, his candidates are winning. Not many, but enough. Enough to hold the balance. Enough to say, we're not left, we're not right, we're the future. America is watching, and America is worried. Some say, this is the rise of a tech dictator. Others say, no, this is freedom. The old world is scared. The new world is excited. And in between, millions of Americans don't know what to think. The clock is ticking. Election day is near. The choice is clear, but also confusing. 3 roads lie ahead. Trump's return to power, Biden's path of stability, Musk's new direction. Only one road will lead forward, but which one? That is up to the people. And you? If you were in America, which future would you choose? Because now history is watching, and the world is holding its breath.